Hello and welcome to another episode of The Build Show. You might remember my buddy Clint Hulsing. He and I visited with you, 2 or 3 years ago?
Yeah, it's been about that.
We took a super deep dive into Cascade Aero Barrier, their methods, their process. But if you're a business owner, you are always trying to improve, and these guys have expanded up here in Washington State like crazy. So we're gonna go over high level. Of course, you can watch the previous video if you want to get in deeper. We're going to go into high level on how we're air sealing this house. And then we're also going to talk about some of the business side of things. Let's get into it with Cascade Aero Barrier.
Come see Brian Euler at Build Show Live. Scan the QR code or click the link in the description for tickets.
Okay, Clint, can you give us just the high-level explanation of how you're going to help my building envelope get tighter?
Yeah, so we're gonna fill the house up with aerosolized caulking. We're gonna use a blower door and our computer system to pressurize the house and make sure that we're sealing up any leak that you can't find manually.
So what Pascals are you running it at?
We run at 100 Pascals,
okay.
Sometimes even a little bit higher, but typically it's at 100.
So that's kind of interesting. If you do blower door testing, you're probably used to 25 if you're doing ductwork, 50 if you're doing building envelope. These guys are using 100. Anything special as far as power that you do?
No, we have everything is off of just standard power on the job site.
Okay, cool. Let's go inside just to show some of the prep work that you do.
Yep.
We are now inside, so go ahead, Clint, and I'll be your cameraman as you show us some of the things that you and your crew do to prep before the seal.
All right, so one thing we want to do is make sure that the windows that are operable are masked off. We don't want our sealant sealing up a window or ductwork or fans or vents or anything like that. We're using physics, and pressure is gonna push our sealant to anywhere air leaks. So no matter how nice of a window you have, there's a potential for leaks in that window. So we mask the whole thing off to make sure we're not getting our sealant inside of that.
And then down below, what are you using for the ductwork?
So we use a foam block. That way we're not getting any sealant down inside the ductwork, but we're able to seal the perimeter of the duct to the floor.
This is one of our return airs. We have 2 in the house, so they've gone ahead and masked that off. This is one of our control panels for a Daikin indoor unit. They've masked that off as well. And then as we come around, Clint, what are we seeing over here?
So we're gonna make sure and protect anything that's in the house we don't wanna get sealant on. You have your hardwood floor in here acclimating, which is great, but we're gonna cover that up to make sure that we're not getting any sealant on it because our sealant is really sticky.
And one other thing that I wanted to comment on is I was at my home office this morning. Clint and I were texting. In the real world, sequences can get out of operation as what you might prefer to have when it comes to construction. So in this case, what we did, we actually got all of the tile in on this house already. And so Clint asked if we had any plastic or anything to basically protect it. Now it's not going to get damaged, but what will happen when you're done with your air sealing, any of that, would you call it sealant in the air, will just settle out, and you don't want that on a finished surface. So they just masked it off. Did you guys just run to like Lowe's or Home Depot, or did you have some?
We just use our window masking, make it easy.
So nice in the real world of construction, you just have to be adaptable. And by the time I got up here, they were already rocking and rolling. Let me show you outside just a couple of the other things. So now we're outside. And one of the things that I knew that Clint might not always be thinking about, so it's kind of nice when everybody's on the same page, this right here is the exhaust fan that we had to have for radon. And the reason we had to do that is because we have a conditioned crawl space, or an unvented. We also have an unvented attic, and so both of those hatches need to be open. So while he's running his blower door, it's going to be going up into the attic, getting those cracks, and also the floor. If you have a vented attic or a vented crawl space, you leave those hatches in place. So this is going to make sure where the ductwork is and those indoor units that they're all not communicating with the outside so much. Now, I'm going to go ahead and take a further step out here. In the belly band here, we have a couple of fans. Those are for exhaust fans in the bathrooms. Then if you look up here, Those are intake and exhaust for the ERV. So Clint and I just did a walk around. Some of the houses we don't have to do this, but in this particular house, there were just more unique things. So we probably spent 10 minutes or so walking around just to make sure that we saw everything. We walked through on the inside, the outside, and his guys are super experienced. They already know what they're doing, but there were some of those unique factors. Let's go ahead and reset up and we'll see what Clint is doing that maybe he wasn't doing a couple of years ago. Okay, so we wanted to get that done so these guys can get to work. Clint runs the business and I don't want to take him away from being as productive as he possibly can be. So Clint, you started out, I think, were we your first or second seal?
You're our first seal.
First seal.
Yeah.
How many are you doing in 2025?
Our goal this year is to do a little over 1,000.
A little over 1,000.
Yep.
Man, how many, what do you call this? Not a crew, a kit? What do you call it?
We call it crew.
Okay, how many crews do you have?
So we have 3 crews.
Man, that's amazing to see the expansion.
Yeah.
But with it, do you also see more competition coming into the marketplace?
Oh yeah, definitely. Anytime there's a new technology, we pioneered it. Pioneer Builders, we pioneered aero barrier in the Pacific Northwest.
Yeah.
And other people are getting on board. They're not opening the market up to any new dealers, which is nice, but there are existing dealers now that we're competing against. But we have a really unique experience where we're only doing aero barrier. We don't do anything besides aero barrier. So we have an advantage over the competition.
You can specialize instead of being an insulation company that does gutters and downspouts and garage doors.
And closet shelving.
And closet shelving. So you guys are super specialized.
Very specialized.
How do you find your employees?
So I've been pretty fortunate I have young daughters and they've worked for the business in the past and they have friends. And so we've been able to hire a lot of their friends. And one thing I like about that is we're bringing young people into the trades.
Cool.
And these are probably guys that might not even be in the trades that we've got to be in here and they're doing a great job.
You deal with guys way bigger than me. What's your experience been when it comes to your pricing? If I can get into the weeds a little bit with you.
So right now we're in a buyer's market. The buyers are needing incentives to buy houses, and a lot of builders are buying down their mortgage rate.
Sure.
They're giving them extra things to get them in the houses.
Yeah.
And one of the things we really try to do, my experience from being a builder for over 20 years, before I did this, is building partnerships. And I realized that when our customers, builders, are giving something away, we're going to work with you and we're going to match what you're doing to be a good trade partner, knowing that when the economy turns, we'll get back to where we're going to be.
It's better to make a little bit all the time than to just try to get as much as you possibly can and then all of a sudden some bad things can happen. So have you ever had a contractor come to you and ask you for a percentage off of what you're charging?
We've had multiple contractors. The big national builders have asked for deductions. Like I said, we want to work with them.
Yeah.
We're here for the long term. And as the business grows, our costs go down. So instead of spreading the cost of business over 300 seals, we can spread it over 1,000. So we're able to kind of take that.
So you absorb some of it.
We're able to absorb it.
On the project management side, okay, so if it's just like me and Greg working, it's super easy for us to control pretty much everything. My brother, we've worked together. I'm 45. We've worked together for 45 years. But you got kids working for you.
Not kids, young men and women.
You cannot replace that institutional knowledge.
No.
I'm 45, he's bumping up against 50. So what do you do? Do you have any tools in place for project management that allows you to control the process?
Yeah, so we use Company Cam to document all of our jobs. But the biggest thing we do, Brian, is we invest in our people. Yesterday, we had them at a building science conference, learning about building science, not just air sealing, but the whole thing.
Yeah.
I want them to have a good understanding of building. And so we have a very low turnover rate. We have guys working for us for years, not months.
Nice.
And by paying them a living wage and also investing in them and giving them the tools they need to grow in their careers, I think that's really important.
And of course, I'm giving a plug to Company Cam, but what I saw happening, because I wanted to talk about some of the things, I don't know how many houses Clint's worked with me on, but I saw them doing something here that I've never seen before. Is one of his crew was going around and taking a picture of all of those things that were masked off. So I asked him, basically, what's the cloud software? Do you use cloud computing or whatever for this documentation? He does use Company Cam for the photo documentation, but also the checklists. So I'm a huge checklist guy. I have checklists for each project as a builder. I've got all sorts of Google Docs that I use to keep track of a variety of different things. He's landed on Company Cam for the photo sharing, but they also have the feature there for the checklist.
Yeah.
What I'm trying to get at is whatever you do for work, if you're a back office person like I am sometimes, if you're a field technician, have means and methods that are repeatable so that you can continually refine your process, bring your costs down, but also increase your quality simultaneously. That's going to make you a better builder. And the other thing is always have the concept of continuous improvement. So like my process template, I am regularly updating as it's like, oh, wait a second. We're doing these Innotech windows and doors. We have to install hardware later, which we don't normally have to do. We're going to be installing blinds on a house. Now I can insert that when it comes to my checklists because I can't remember everything. And if somebody else needs to do something, I have that as well.
In a competitive market, the best way to cut costs is to increase efficiency.
Yeah, and don't make mistakes.
Yep.
We talk a lot about building science, which we think of primarily as far as controlling the building envelope and the indoor atmosphere when it's in service, when the building is in service. But don't forget to apply building science to the construction process. So for Clint, if you can get your air temperature up, bring your relative humidity down, get your surfaces more dry, to the extent that you can do that, he's going to use up less sealant and you're going to get a faster air seal, which puts your project back into the production process as quickly as possible. On this house, we did not meet our blower door test. My brother-in-law and we did a preliminary blower door because frankly, if we're hitting the numbers that we need,
You're not our customer.
we're not going to call Clint.
No reason.
Didn't hit the number, so we got a hold of his wife and she got us taken care of. All right, guys, give Clint a follow over at Cascade Aero Barrier on Instagram.
Cascade, yep.
And if we're ever doing a seal, happy to have you swing by one of our job sites, get to know Clint, but give him a holler. Thank you so much for watching. Give me a follow over on Instagram at Pioneer Builders Inc. Thank you so much for watching. Now go build something.